Ah, yes, finally. Wow. You know, good evening. Good evening, Daniela. On your inside. So let me just dun, 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 dun. All right. So let me na 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 na. So good evening, Trinidad and Tobago, and welcome to Fine Point. And I know that this is going to be an interesting night. Yes, it's going to be an interesting night. And well, we are late. You know how the thing this go, and but nevertheless, we are here. So I just get fed up of Facebook and the night. Let me hop over to ensure that all systems are go on YouTube, because this is where we're going to be on the platform bounceup.com. So we just want to make sure that all systems are clear, and we do encourage you all to come across to the platform, because apparently that when you go on other people's platform, they feel they have more control over you than you have over them. So, and that is some of the things that we are trying to phase out at this point in time. But nevertheless, I'm going to play a video. It is going to be, it's a little long, 16 minutes, yes. So I'm going to play this video. And I want to show why it is I'm playing this video, because I don't think Trinidadians are patriotic. There are those who are patriotic, yes. But I think that there's a large percentage of this population that only wants to push negativity, negativity, negativity. And here it is, a man come to your country, and we did talk about it, a man come to your country, and a man decides that he wants to come to your country as a tourist. He goes as a journalist, and everybody all of a sudden, crime, 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 crime. But in Fine Points, we are going to look deeper than that. And we are going to look at what's behind this man coming to Trinidad and Tobago. And you see, we don't miss on Fine Points. We don't miss on Fine Points at all. Because yes, everybody might say, oh, well, I see the same thing, but there are things that people are not listening to that we want to highlight to you. So here what it is. Director, play the video for me, please. Play that video. Let's start.
And Nicole Prince. And now for the FIST News update of news making the headlines. Canadian blogger and YouTuber Christopher Hughes, also known as Chris Must List, who has been seen on videos showcasing gang members posing with and brandishing guns, ammunition, illegal weapons such as AR-15 assault rifles and throwing shade at opposing gangs, was arrested by police officers of the Special Investigations Unit and is facing possible charges under the Anti-Gang Act and Immigration Act. Senior law enforcement sources said that just after 6 a.m. on Tuesday, May 28, Hughes was taken into custody by officers at a Flagstaff, Long Circular home and questioned regarding several YouTube videos featuring interviews with different gang members from Tunapuna, Mova, La Horquetta, Belmont, and Sea Lots. Hugh, after visiting the Canadian Embassy on Monday, May 27, to seek assistance, was told to contact attorney Kristen Williams for advice. We had to pick him up based on these videos brandishing firearms under the Anti-Gang Act, a senior intelligence source said. Referring to several YouTube videos posted by Hughes over the last few weeks about Trinidadian gangs, the senior source explained, in this context what he did wrong was that he was filming different gangs who were sending subliminal threats to other gangs in those videos. He was technically promoting the gang and their ability to show their firepower to the other side. He provided a platform to do that and allowed this material to be distributed without even putting a disclaimer on the material and be responsible. The Anti-Gang Act Section 8 states, a person who knowingly, a. counsels, b. gives instruction or guidance to, c. finances in any manner, or, d. otherwise provides support to, counseling a gang leader, gang member or gang in furtherance of its participation in, involvement in or commission of a gang-related activity, commits an offense and is liable on conviction on indictment to imprisonment for 25 years. Another senior police source indicated that the SIU had downloaded and analyzed these videos over the last few weeks before deciding to arrest Hughes under the Anti-Gang and Immigration Act. Persons are brandishing firearms and claiming to be gang members in these videos and are saying they will kill this one and that one, said the senior source. They identified that under Section 5.1d, a person who professes to be a gang leader or a gang member in order to 1. gain a benefit for himself or another person, 2. intimidate other persons, or 3. promote a gang, commits an offense. According to senior police sources, they also discovered that men claiming to be members of gangs who were state witnesses under protective custody in criminal cases appeared in some of the recordings that Christopher Hughes streamed. We know that some of these men had been in protective custody and had given evidence in matters, so it was shocking to see them in these videos saying they belong to this gang or the next, said the police source. Intelligence sources confirmed that Hughes was questioned for several hours on Tuesday, and interviews with officers of the SIU continued into Wednesday, May 29, and officers are expected at some point to confer with the DPP Roger Gaspard on the possible charges. Hughes, police indicated, is also expected to be charged with breach of offenses under the Immigration Act. They indicated that Hugh entered the country as a tourist for vacation rather than for work activities. One of Hughes' attorneys, C.J. Williams, was contacted on Tuesday night and he told reporters, "When we went to the police station they told us he was not under arrest but he could not leave." Williams said a police officer who spoke to him explained that they could not guarantee Hughes' release on Wednesday, May 29. On Tuesday night, there was talk on social media that the YouTuber's life had been threatened.
And he said he just got approached by two undercover policemen and they wanted to know everything he knows about the gangs. And of course, he's like a journalist, so he declined. A call from a friend and this morning they confiscated all his camera gear. They put him in prison. I think they made a sentence last night and now he's detained. We don't know what's going on, but I think it's because he showed sides of the government he shouldn't have shown, or they would just want to get, I don't know, man, I don't know. And this is very scary to me because he's an independent journalist, right?
Asked about the threats, his attorney C.J. Williams said, "Yes. He told me the threats came from 2 political figures and 2 police officers. And then they arrested him." Williams said the nature of the threats was too sensitive to reveal. Speaking to reporters on Wednesday morning, Hughes' attorney Kristen Williams said he was unsure whether police took the report about threats to Hughes' life, as they are giving him a hard time. An audio purporting to be an interview with Mr. Hughes, his counsel and police has been circulating.
What is your name?
Chris Hughes.
Where are you from?
Toronto, Canada.
Who's your attorney at the law currently?
Gentleman right here in front of me.
Do you know why you're being held?
I've been given 2 reasons: promoting gangs and the not proper visa entry upon arrival.
So the reason why I'm here is because time is short and I'm gracious for the TTPS officers right now that are making me see you. I just need my instructions so I can write down my matters because you know the international pressures upon us to ensure your safety in Trinidad and Tobago. So can you please tell me your responses to all the allegations you heard in Mark Wissan's Express story? Get you for news, please. I need your instructions. I could go to court in the morning for you by 10 p.m. That's my deadline date with the red officer with you. Please tell me your reaction to what you saw there, please,
right. So first and foremost, this is the first thing I've seen. I haven't heard any of this from the detectives questioning me. No, I did not promote any gangs. No, I did not give advice to any gangs. No, I did not profit or exchange any money with any gangs. I asked questions to strangers on the street. Never was there a proclamation of gangs. Not every black man that's in Trinidad is a gang member. A lot of mention of gangs in these not in these videos, in this article. If you watch my videos, which are available for the whole world to see, you will see there's no mention of gangs. Again and again, I didn't speak to any gang leaders. There's no proclamation of gang leaders. Everything I've read in this article is false, period. I'm a man with a camera. I walk, I interview fishermen, I interview old men on the street, I interview restaurants for fun.
I went to Barbados and did the same thing for the UN last week.
Right.
I was in the UN conference with the 25 featured CEOs of the world, and I was in the streets with Redo, Bear, and no problem.
Well, my daughter's 9. She uploads videos to YouTube. That doesn't mean she works for YouTube. YouTube has billions of people uploading. It's not a job. This is what people do, period. They want the world to see something, they upload it to YouTube.
So do you feel like you're locked up abroad for no reason?
For no reason, no. I'm a tourist on vacation that films what I do. I also played basketball 2 days ago. It doesn't mean I'm a basketball player, right? I'm doing something for fun. I'm here as a tourist, and now I'm being locked up.
How did the streets of Trinidad and Tobago treat you, sir?
No, the best of the best.
Why did you say that, sir? Because the streets asked me,
right.
Say, are you a traitor and or not?
No.
Because they showed you the guns being dumped in the communities.
Right. And more important than that, now my life is, if I wasn't sleeping here on this mattress, if they put me in a jail, I'm in a lot of trouble. There's no doubt about that.
So are you concerned?
I'm very concerned.
You end up going to the prison. Are you concerned about your life?
I can't even imagine it, of course. And all for nothing. Everything I've seen, from fishing to Fortune Day to catching crabs to interviewing people on the street, everything has been uploaded for the world to see on YouTube. I don't have any additional information.
Did you not give them your phones, to access your phones?
They have everything. They have everything.
Did you restrict them in any questions you asked them?
I answered every single question they had.
So what did they tell you next?
They have another set of questions from new people.
Who's the new
today.
people, sir?
I haven't a clue. I don't know.
Because when I was here, they told you that you're not under arrest. Do you remember that?
Right. Last night before they brought me back here, they put me under arrest.
But the thing is, also, wait, they carried you somewhere?
We went to go look for my suitcase, and then we came here.
Did they ever caution you and tell you that you have arrested and taken you to go, sir?
Yes.
So why did they call me, sir?
They said they attempted to call you. It was late last night. They couldn't get a hold of you.
But I came in with 3 lawyers, sir. The counterterrorism and the stop Trinidad and Tobago, Ms. Antia Smith.
Yes.
Did they try to call any of the other lawyers, sir?
Oh, I didn't see them attempt anything. All I heard was they verbally said they've tried.
Because they told me that you're not under arrest, so I'm a bit surprised.
At the time you were here, I was not. Later in the evening, they said I was.
So did they question you before?
Yes, all day.
So they questioned you all day?
Yes.
Then when your lawyer came, they said that you're not under arrest. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. I need my instructions for my habeas corpus documents.
Yes.
Okay. So when your lawyer was here, they said you're not under arrest. Your lawyer left. They then question you. Is that correct?
They continued questioning me, yes.
Oh, shucks, yeah, because they said they've been questioning all day. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, did they say who was making the allegations against you that you're promoting any gang?
No.
Did you see any immigration officer come to speak to you at all?
No.
Did they tell you that the Minister of National Security declared you as someone who contravened any part of the Immigration Act?
No.
They never brought an immigration officer to you?
Correct.
And part of your charges are breaching the Immigration Act of Trinidad and Tobago?
Yes.
Did they tell you that they're acting under the auspices of the Ministry of National Security?
No. I was told nothing. I was given the document that you were provided. I wasn't explained what that is. I don't even know what promoting a gang means at all. That was never mentioned. The whole day has been questions as to what my videos were. Just regurgitating what is already on YouTube.
So what do you want me to at least make the court system know?
Yes.
What would you like? Because I'm preparing you for courts.
Yes.
I do not want to go to courts.
Right.
This whole situation makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Well, verbally, look, every officer that has been here questioning me one-on-one has said that this is part of the policy. If it were up to them, this would be a joke. It's a joke that I'm here. I'm loved in this country. I want to keep it that way. I have done nothing wrong. I have documented no different than I document in any other country. Every other country loves me. Seems like it's a political ploy for some reason, somebody in the government is upset.
People tell me some of political things. I don't understand what's going on with politics.
Right.
No, you know about the dragon deal?
No.
Okay, fine. Because I don't know what's going on either.
I'm a tourist going to every country in the world. I bring a camera with me. I film what I see, the good, the bad, the ugly. I upload it to YouTube.
So that's okay. How come you call me as a lawyer? Because I'm confused.
Yeah.
How come you call me as a lawyer? I don't understand.
I don't know how the whole thing took place. Once I spoke to the Canadian embassy, somehow he got a hold of Kevin, and you guys just magically appeared. I don't know exactly how it happened.
Okay, great. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Hughes, a 45-year-old Canadian, was arrested on May 28 by the Special Investigations Unit under the Anti-Gang Act and charged under the Sedition Act on May 30. He is expected to face a Master of the High Court on June 3. As news of Mr. Hughes' arrest spread, people took to social media to point out that despite his claims of being loved in every country, and that he is just a tourist, he allegedly has a pattern of exploitative behavior when traveling and vlogging in what he considers third world countries, and has been arrested and deported before.
A YouTuber named Chris got arrested and deported from Somalia for disrespecting the people, actually throwing money in their faces. Let me show you this clip explaining it. We'll come back and discuss.
The first time in the history of Africa, this man got arrested in Somalia for exploiting the poor. Chris Hughes likes traveling to developing countries, goes into their poorest neighborhoods and slums, and makes savior type content. Now I'm going to explain what he did, and I'll give you the cultural context behind it. In this video, he threw money at a young boy who looked really terrified of him. In another video, he was throwing money at people who were sitting in sidewalks. In Somalia, it's very disrespectful to throw money at poor people, less fortunate people, and it's very disrespectful to the currency. He was photographing and filming the poor, and people of Somalia don't like how the West keeps exporting these types of images back to the West. This practice is ethically questionable because a lot of people who are filmed don't get paid, and the West keeps making money off of it. He went to a small fishing port in Somalia, and as you know, a lot of the fishermen in Somalia were labeled as pirates, and so many fishermen lost their lives to NATO. So you would think he would have the common sense as a white man not to go down there. But he did. They were really upset that he was there, but hey, Chris had armed guards protecting him from the Somali people. He was watching people do a cultural dance and he was asked to leave.
I'm here to show the culture of Somalia. So why are you upset at me? Tell me.
I need to expand on this video where he was throwing money at the young boy. So as you know, Somalia is a majority Muslim country, and in Islam you need to give to the poor discreetly and respectfully, not on camera. One of the pillars of Islam is zakat, which means donation, but it's not only donation. You need to give in a way where you preserve their human dignity. Now I'm going to continue to his arrest and his apology video. After he left Somalia, he went to Somaliland, which is a self-declared independent country within the country of Somalia. He was arrested and questioned, and he was released based on the promise that he's going to issue an apology and take down all the videos that he filmed while he was in Somalia and Somaliland, which he did while he was in custody. After he was released from custody and left the country, he unprivated all the videos, and he said this.
I gave away $2,000 US this day, okay? The media only wants to show the bullshit to start a race war. I'm not racist. I'm in a country and I met a lot of wonderful people. This is what the media does to your mind. People don't do the research, right? They watch the video that the news put up, and that's how they make their judgment of me. So to the news, fuck you. I'm a good human being here to help, whether you like it or not. That's my side of the story.
I know you guys are going to think Chris is American, but he's actually Canadian from Toronto. Now that you know both sides of the story, what do you think? Do you think Somalis did the right thing by kicking him out of the country?
As you heard, the young lady explained it very well. And, you know, he got arrested. They made him delete the footage, and he went home and posted it again. And then posted a 2-minute apology saying that he was just being himself. He didn't think they would be offended. But, you know, now that in hindsight, he feels bad and he is sorry. But my question to him is, it's How do you not know that that's offensive? Throwing money on people's faces. Like, just because they're poor, you think you can degrade them? Just because you're in Africa, you think you can get away with that? Well, they showed him. Somalians said, nope, that's not gonna fly. And they arrested him. And he had to delete it to leave that jail. And well done to Somalia and Somaliland. At the end of the day, this is the kind of action that we need to take. This is not the only man that comes to Africa and disrespect our people. He is not the first, and I'm sure he's not going to be the last. But if we want this to stop, we need to have a system in place that makes sure that people like this pay the price and people like this gets deported. The same way Somalia did this, we all need to do the same, because this is not right. I am pretty sure even in Canada, if you do that, it's going to be considered wrong. It's going to be considered a bad thing. But for him to act so shocked and oblivious, like, what happened? Like, I didn't mean to. He's a grown man. It's not like he's a young teenager. He knows better, and he should have known better. So for him to act surprised, I don't know. I don't buy it. But thankfully, the government cared about their people enough to not let this exploitation go on. So he got deported. Well done. And I hope other countries follow. And
this headline news story was brought to you by Bounce Up Central, the community hub designed by We for We. Thank you for watching. We'll be back later with more news updates.
All right, so director, bring me back on the stage. Thank you. And let me tell you all this. When he was arrested, I went and I sourced information from all over the place. I sourced the information all over the place, tried to find out. He has to declare what he come here for. My question is, did he pay for his own trip to come to Trinidad and Tobago? And how fishy it is that you keep hearing the narrative, the murder rate needs to go up over 600. 600, the murder rate needs to be up by. And these fellas just coming in the country and highlighting all the negativities. In fact, I one or two people who not even living in Trinidad and Tobago, who living in the United States, and they only promoting negativity in terms of crime rate in Trinidad and Tobago. But what stunned me is when I heard the lawyer said, do you know anything about the Dragon deal? A lawyer, the Canadian embassy, put you on to a lawyer. A client call you. You ask him 1,000,001 questions. And of all the questions you ask the man, what is so suspicious, you ask the man about the Dragon deal. Do you know anything about the Dragon deal? Why? Why as a lawyer you asking a man who supposedly come here as a tourist if he knows anything about the Dragon deal? And well, in plain fashion, he would say he don't know anything about the Dragon deal. But why as a lawyer you asking the man about a Dragon deal? Now the only Dragon deal that have going on is between Trinidad, Venezuela, and well America, given the permission and all different things to go and source the gas and extract the gas and oil from the fields, the Dragon field in Venezuela waters. So why would a lawyer in questioning ask about, you know anything about any Dragon deal? And you know, most, if not all the media houses ain't pick up on that. ain't asking the man. Yeah, that's why some of them I did sit down and like listen. The most they say, oh, the most influencing talk, this and the other, and if it would have been a difference and all them different, every country you go in have crime. So they don't come here to tell Trinidadians about open up no NGO and CBO or nothing. So they didn't have to come here to do that. I am a mama guy myself. I am more patriotic. The crime rate in Jamaica is much higher than what is in Trinidad and Tobago. Until they have to put in curfew in different parishes. Curfew. And still yet, Jamaicans, if they leave the country, they don't talk about the crime situation in the country. Even though they know for a fact that the crime situation in the country is what causing problems. But is it really causing problems and tourists still going? We is a beautiful country. So why we in Trinidad have this mentality that because this man comes to Trinidad, he indulged himself in what is alleged foolishness, and then because the state pick up on him and charge him the whole country, well, not the whole, a bandload of people who love to push negative narratives, gone with the flow, the wicked, the this, the that, the other, local the crime and thing. Until I listening to a former talk show, well, a former talk show host was on a particular station, and she and all went on a road if we a failed state. How you could be patriotic to your country and you making statements of is Trinidad and Tobago a failed state? Failed state in what? You see, let me tell you something, and I keep telling them, there are those persons who are hiding because they're collecting the money and they will go to the highest bidder to sell the soul. And if it is that you taking money to come and talk about if Trinidad and Tobago have failed state, how you could say Trinidad and Tobago have failed state? Or even suggest that Trinidad and Tobago have failed state? All islands, Vinci, you feel Vinci don't have drive-by shooting? You feel Vinci don't have drive-by shooting? They have it. They don't glorify it. They don't bad talk the country about it. They deal with the things internally. Because they understand that if investments and business don't continue to come into the country, the economic growth of the country will slow down. So it always needs turning over. The money has to turn over. And with this idiot who come here, because we love the colonial masters that looking like, we love a colonial master. To just highlight negativity. We saw what went on long day in Africa, they run him. He went to the same thing, charge, everything. How come it didn't blow up all over the world? How come it did not blow up all over the world? And he promised to take down the video, but when he reached, he on private the videos and released them out. And how come nobody talking about that? How come the international so-called bloggers ain't talking about he get arrested in Africa? How come? It just goes to show that we don't love the country. There are many people who live here don't love the country. And they follow the same stupidness as what Kamala is be saying. Party before politics. Because you can never tell me of all the things. All right, you want him show shooting, but it's not the first time. People is like they don't travel, so they don't see nothing out there. Look how much places I've gone. I have gone many places, but I will never. I went down in some of the baddest areas. But you know what? I didn't go there to highlight the gang culture. I didn't go to highlight the gang culture. I went there to deal with artists, people who want to come out of that, who want a better life. Why are we allowing a man to come and carry down a road to serve his own interests? It is said that he making $20,000 a month. Over how much views? Over how much people subscribe? Because not the subscription alone is make the money. The views. And YouTube don't pay no big money because he not on no Vivo. So how we get $20,000 every month? But as he touched on in Trinidad, $20,000, it is alleged he getting $20,000. Let me tell you something. We have to be more patriotic in what we do as a people and as a society. We have to love we country. We have to love ourselves and love we country. And not because Tom, Dick, and Harry come into the country, we gotta because them say we gotta go. No, it don't work so. Because I can't go in his house, highlight all the negativity in his house, and put it out to the world. And don't face no backlash. You're mad? Are we crazy? Are we that stupid as a people that we don't care about the generation and the legacy that we want that we had to leave here? Look how much things is happening in the country. But this is our business. We have to deal with our business internally. We are dealing with we have resources that we are working with the Americans. Team get rid of the guns off the streets. 24 persons were held over the weekend. And you're talking about gang-related persons. So how is that not in going after the criminals? And we want to know how come they did and if you hear them. So we don't have the mechanisms people trying to portray to the rest of the world. Because all of a sudden, most of these so-called bloggers, mother effers want to only say negative about Trinidad and Tobago because this Christmas list. So Trinidad on the list of being highlighted and promoted in a negative way. And we must just sit down. Don't say nothing. But again, I want to ask the question, what dragon deal? How that reaching the conversation as a lawyer to his client? Because if the man dealing with guns and drugs, and going in communities and find out about these things as a tourist, but he doing journalism work. So he walk in. So he lied to the state. He lied to your own people in Canada. He go into people's country under the pretense, and it is an offense to break the Immigration Act. Because really and truly, if it is that you come to a man's country and you are proclaiming that you come as a tourist, you can't be doing no work. No way, no how. So all them artists, and I want to put it out there for people to understand this thing, So all them artists, all them people who just live here and go outside in America and any place they want to go, whether it's the Caribbean, North America, anyway you go, Europe, and you go on a tourist visa, and they catch you walking, whether you're cleaning dog shit, whether you're doing security, whether you're doing cleaning, whether you're doing whatever, babysitting, you're walking on a tourist visa. You're going out there and you're performing on a tourist visa, because many of them don't have a work permit. Very few artists have work permits. So if these international bodies crack down now and they catch on to you, where would I say? You didn't break the immigration law? So it was okay because he come to the country to break our immigration law. But it's not okay to hold him, charge him. What he didn't expect is that people would have stated, hey, that man is inciting. That man has committed a wrong act, and if he has to be charged and face the consequences like anybody else, I want to commend our law enforcement agency for doing what they do. I don't care what people say, because half of them know. Because when a particular person went up and said they're having prayers, and they went and they having prayer in every corner, and they praying. You ain't hear them praying again, you ain't hear them walking again, you ain't hear them thinking again. But I don't be no hypocrite. We live in communities, not just East Port of Spain, but there's criminals all down in South, Separia, Faizabad, you name it, all over. If they can enter the schools with these gang-related things, I not bury my head with sand with it. No. But what I will not do is keep saying Trinidad is not a real place. Because Trinidad is a beautiful place. It is real. And if it is that you don't see potential to make money over a beautiful place, then don't stop others from wanting to make that money. If you angry because the government in office, which is PNM, then be angry if you want. But don't stop people from making money. Don't stop the economy from growing. Look at what nearly happened in Jamaica. Somebody tried to set the parliament, the parliament on fire. Unlike the little quack fools come down to the police in Trinidad here and say, oh, they're taking under the pretext that they want to go in the Red House, but really and truly they're going with nefarious intentions. I am not going to sit down and allow nobody, no neo-colonialist, to come to my country, disrespect my country, regardless of what. Let me deal with my matters internally. Because this is my country called beautiful Trinidad and Tobago. If you all want to run, they could run. I applaud all you. All run if you want to run, but I stay in here. I am going to stay right here and fight for my generation and generation and generation and generation to come. And no Xmas, Nutmas, Tingmas will come to my country to embarrass my people so that he could continue to eat our food after embarrassing oil. And somehow embarrassing your own self because you're not patriotic. Ask for you to even recite the national pledge. The average Trinidadian don't know the national pledge, much as the anthem. So when they want to talk about failed state, who fail in the state? Who fail in the state? You see, we have to be careful in statements that we're making. Because we have audience who are listening. And these audience will go with the wrong information and they will continue to sell that dream going down the road. Now we are hearing that, well, the man must have money. Because from a lawyer to selling from JP. And first to tell you the lawyer who the Canadian embassy sent him all to, ain't taking this thing serious because he tell himself, you know, they are kick sitting now. So they ain't taking it serious. And by not taking this thing serious, they send the JP to get bail for the man. And they run him. No. He going before the masters of the court. Let the masters decide. And today, he did go before. He would have been hauling is what time he would have been seeing the master of the court. Because we know how busy our courts are in Trinidad and Tobago. At least he got a mattress. At least he got a mattress. You ask the average person or even talk to your host who had the ability and the pleasure to see a jail cell at any point in time. What did they lie down on? He still get comfort. I make no bones about it. And who vexed, that's their business. But Christmas, if he gets bail tonight, I will be surprised he's trying to jump and go and get out of this country. Because he now realizes the amount of shit he do. And he needs to clear quick. So even if he try to go through the back door, he will do it. But I'm saying again, we need to be patriotic. Not just to be pan we culture, but but to a beautiful island called Trinidad and Tobago. If you have missed the video, we did a comprehensive part 1 update. It will be out on YouTube. It will be out on Facebook. But it will be out on the channel, bounceup.com. We have our live chat in studio that you can go up to the site, and we are going to give you quality, quantity, everything right here on bounceup.com. But I'm telling you all this to see, if you love your country, don't love just one aspect of it. Don't let no politicians divide us with no diatribe race. Because if you listen to what he say, don't let nobody divide us with no race talk. Don't let nobody fool you into believing that they come to do something in the country when they good, when they only come to do destruction. Don't let them do that. It is dangerous. And we have to be careful. It's dangerous. We have to be careful. Very, very much dangerous. So, it's now 8 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. Tomorrow is tomorrow. Based on what is happening and the developments, we may unleash part 2. But I want to say to those folks who mamagayin and playing deceitful when it comes to the criminal elements in Trinidad and Tobago. You see some of the people who work in at the various health institutions. I'm asking that you all stop encouraging your friends shooter and killer to come down to finish off any job in the hospital. Always be mindful that there are other people who are working there and want to get back home safely to their family. You see this tipping off thing? Where who knows with who ganger and getting bang out. And when somebody come in who, hey, look at me boy, here you on this thing, and giving them the clothes, I want you to stop that, please. Other people are in the institution, in the health institution, and they have families and they want to go back home safely and sound to their family. I told you all, I ain't know Ian Allen, I ain't know this one, I ain't know that one, and I'll never be like any one of them. But technology and intelligence is a hell of a thing. Technology and intelligence is a hell of a thing. And when they put technology and intelligence together, trust me, and this taking out the camera. You working in a health institution. All right, something come and happen. But notice the ward attendants had time to take out their phone, to take out picture, to send it back to the boss. Hey, yeah boy, the work done. Yeah boy, you see the man's foot? People are not stupid. The government needs to really fine-tune who works in the system of Trinidad and Tobago. Because trust me, there are serious questions to be asked. And for those who don't want to pay attention to these public servants who are a set of shit and doing the little boboil and want to make the government look bad, I think the time has come for the government of Trinidad and Tobago to really reassess the public service and start to deal with it in a real drastic professional way. Clear it out. Do proper background checks on every person that should be employed in the public service of Trinidad and Tobago. It should not be just you come out of school and you want to get work in the public service. But you must go under the scrutiny, high, intense scrutiny. Even though you may have to take a lie detector test too, all public servants. You know why? Because when you're doing all your damn shit and boboil in the system, the first thing or you're trying to throw the people under the bus is the government and the government and the government. But many of you all know for a fact, as public servants in this country, that are involved in high, serious corruption when it comes down to corruption in this country. There are a lot of public servants who are indulging in that. And very soon, many of you all will be exposed. So don't only blame the minister of this and the minister of that and the minister of this. Blame the public servants. And not all, but the rogue ones who want to thief the money, want to continuously try to see they can give out contract without doing proper tendering process, paying off men so they can get they cut back. I make no bones about it. The government needs to move drastic with plenty of the public servants in this country. You cannot have people paying $15,000 and $20,000 for no work in this country. There are people who are paying $15,000 and $20,000 under the table, not to the treasury, you know, but to certain unions. to certain unions. So when they're talking about crime is bigger than what you think. Because just remember, there are those who are saying the murder rate needs to be up under 600. And they are doing all in their power to make sure that that murder rate is up 600 plus. Is that what we want? This has been Fine Point. See you on my next series, because we will be looking at these close developments, and we will be really doing some heavy and intense investigations into some of these public servants in Trinidad and Tobago. And you'll be surprised to see some of the names calling. Because I really want to know, where's Ruth Machan? And where's the PS who was working in the Ministry of Sports at that point in time? And why it is, oh yeah, stay tuned, have a productive night, be patriotic to your country, love your country. This is your country, Trinidad and Tobago. Don't let anybody tear it down. Don't let anybody take it away from you. This is your country. Enjoy your night.